Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Bean and Morty tier list. We're getting started right here. This is our second tier list that we're knocking out, just going off of our competitive community game nights and our tournament that had just taken place yesterday. We are about to start cooking right here. We got all of our names in order. We get our first hats off for the night. Shout out to the
we're
Morty,
already two hats off in before the stream really started. But
Let's
that's what we
go.
like. That's what we like to see.
Oh, Jokey Titan, remembering us in the chat that we're also going off with some 1v1s.
Yes. Now, just a little refresher for everyone. This is where the tier list ended off last time we took a look at it, so we can just kind of use it for reference. But let's hop straight into it.
Yes, sir.
Right,
I love doing this. This is fun. I like this little debate that we do.
right off the bat, a Materazzi player. I mean, we originally had him in B tier. And we knew when we put him there, we were really unfamiliar with his gameplay, so we kind of put him in a safe place. But he's coming hot off the dub from the tournament, and he played very, very well in my opinion. So I'm thinking he's up in the A, possibly A plus.
A plus at least. Not only did he cook in that tournament, but you got to remember all of our community game nights. He cooked. Our most recent one that we had, he cooked every game. I mean, he got his same hunter spot, and that was what we went with last time as well. Is that we had him in the hunter specifically spot. We put that H next to his name, reminding us that he cooks specifically in the hunter role. But when he gets in that spot, when he gets comfortable, he is cooking, baby.
Yep, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was going to say that too. That definitely, as for now, he's only earned this spot in the hunter role because I don't think I've ever seen him play anything other than hunter. But he definitely cooks as a hunter.
All right, we're in agreement there. A plus.
Good old Brand Flakes. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen anything except for him lose a couple duels, so I don't think he's moving from his spot. What the heck was copy and paste not being a friend right now?
Yep. I do agree with that one.
Bulletproof he's been around a lot. He's been with me since the beginning. He wasn't playing in a lot of community games, but after the tier list came out, we started seeing him a little bit more. I saw him in a couple roles. In the squishy roles, I felt like he had struggled a little bit, but in the solo role, he played very well. The few games I played with him, I would maybe put him in a B or a B plus. Thoughts on that?
I'll leave it to you. I haven't seen a whole lot, to be honest with you. I feel like he's kind of blending in with the crowd.
We'll go conservative here just because we haven't seen a ton of him, and we'll put him. Bro, copy and paste. My goodness, they are not working. There we go. All right, we'll go a little conservative. Put him in B.
Yep.
Charcoal. We had him also in B. I haven't seen any change in performance from him. You agree?
Yeah, I think B is about where he belongs. He's pretty solid across the board, no matter where he is. He's a consistent, solid.
All right, and then I would say at myself I haven't necessarily changed. Still in the A, or do I contend with a Materazzi player?
I think A is pretty nice.
Oh, pretty nice. So you're saying I should be in B? You're being gracious to me by giving me an A.
No. I mean, like, A is respectable. Like, definitely, like, just because you're not in Ama's role doesn't mean that like you're bad by any means. Like, you definitely have earned the A spot.
I'm just giving you a hard time. Let's all. I'm gonna check out, see what chat's going on. So Kono says Ama, when he's not an ADC, is the type of man to miss Naja ults in the tournament. That's a good point.
Wow.
That's a good point, and that is why he has the H. This is his positioning strictly for his hunter gameplay.
Right, and that's fine. That's more than fun.
Now Diamond. Oh. Diamond's been a hot topic. Hot topic since the first tier list. Now, know we were talking a lot about it, and when we first did it, I was not in agreement that he should have been A plus. I thought he should have been A. Now I still feel that way. I know when we had talked a little bit about knocking him down, but he did win the tournament, so because of that, I can't bring myself to bring him down. But I do want to keep him here strictly for his. I'm gonna do this. Do um Guardian slash.
Dude, I think this is so funny that we give him like the benefit of the doubt with the beef role because I feel like I never see Diamond play tanks when I play with him. Like it's sometimes in community games, but like I just never see him myself play a whole lot of tank. But that's where he's supposed to be like super great
That's
at.
so interesting because I feel like anytime I play with him, like in community games, he's solo lane, and then occasionally support.
Yeah, a lot of solo lane. That is true.
Because
Okay, well, I was gonna say A tier. I'd be straight with you. I was gonna say A tier.
I mean, like I said, I've fully been A tier this whole time, but it feels wrong to me since he won the tournament to knock him down a peg. But
yeah,
if that's his true position, that's his true position. Because I guess, do we want to analyze his gameplay in the tournament, or are we giving him the benefit of the doubt? Are we giving him the benefit of the doubt because he was on the winning team?
He was in his weakest spot, and he still played decent. So I guess if you want to go off the tournament, it's not exactly fair. Okay, leave it how it is. How you got it right there, I think is all right. And we'll go from there.
Diamond's so pissed in the chat right now.
It is pity points. It absolutely is pity points. I don't feel bad.
You know, if Diamond doesn't want the pity points, or he does. He wants the pity points.
Yeah, I can't tell if he's mad that he's getting him or if he's like, great. I don't know what the bad words are.
Because I mean, to analyze the gameplay, like as the mage gameplay, the first one, I would put him down in like the first game. I'd put him in like C plus. It was not very good gameplay. Then the next games, it was B.
Damn, C plus.
It was not a good game to watch. There was some pretty bad plays.
Jesus.
I mean, I might be a little harsh there, but and then the other games, I would say B plus. Whereas he filled the role. He did what he needed to. He kind of had a little better positioning. He kind of just sat back, chucked some abilities. Like he didn't make any game changing plays. He kind of just hung out. Like when he was playing Baba, he'd chill out, then come in with his ult, do what the ult with Baba Yaga does. Like he did what he needed to do. So it's like that's where the B plus range is, where you kind of just you do what you need to do. You're not crazy, but you're doing what you need.
Well, I think just for technicality terms, we should change that G/W. We should just put a B for beef. Okay. Like beefy rolls.
Or just here, I'll put a T for tank.
I think it looks nicer. Well, yeah, I guess. All right, tank, whatever. I think beef sounds good. Whatever. Okay, let's go on.
I'll make you happy. Diamond B. B. Let's hop on the chat. So, Dabbit, you were better than Amaterasu 100%. Now I'm satisfied with because my gameplay made was shit first game and then completely adapted afterwards. Yeah, so I mean, even Diamond sounds like he's in agreement with what we're saying. And honestly, he hits it right home. B is not for beef. B is for bitch, because he was on the bitch team.
Oh my gosh, just put the T. Put the freaking T.
Okay.
The T was right. So,
but that was literally their team name.
It was.
All right, now
I didn't want to give him the satisfaction of the doubt. So expectations. This man, when you were gone on that Friday, this man turned all 4 burners on the stovetop, and this man was whipping up a 5-star meal for 200 people. That man cooked, but I only saw one game. I want to say from that one game, and it's hard to judge somebody based off one game, especially because of who he's playing up against. But let's say off of one game, let's give him B plus.
Okay. What role was he playing?
He's playing Agni mid.
Okay, actually, I did hear some people talking about They didn't say he was his name, but I remember them talking about an Agni that was just ripping everyone apart.
Yep.
So he
That's,
definitely
I
was
tell you,
doing good if I heard about him through the grapevines.
he definitely caused some ripples within the community with that one game. So that's good. We put him in B plus. We leave him there. Good man. Real good man.
Mm-hmm. Now EMZ, I think
Ooh,
if I
he's
remember
kind of
correctly,
nice.
he played Hunter every game, every match in the tournament, right?
Don't think so. I think he had a mage game or two. Maybe I'm wrong. I think he had a mage game.
Okay, we'll give
He
him the
played
benefit.
more
We'll give
than one
benefit of the
point.
doubt that he played a little mage. And now from when I was watching him, he was the one that was standing out on his team. I felt like he was carrying his team the most in the plays he was making. But I felt like in at least in the finals, comparing him to Amaterasu, he was a tier below him. So I would give him an A. Like I felt like he was playing well, very good, but Amaterasu had a leg on him kind of the whole game.
Yeah, even then, I mean, that's still respectable to have like somebody that good. You're barely like below that guy. So I want to say A or B plus.
Yeah, I was saying I said A. So
Okay, A is perfect with me. I'm not mad about A. He definitely earned that spot. He was hitting some nice shots.
Galaxy. Galaxy's
Ooh,
more new into the games. I kind of watched him play on Friday because he was streaming. He was in the solo lane, if I remember correctly.
yes. Ugh,
He ended
we
up.
go. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt you.
I was more so asking a question. Also, yeah, it's a typo. It's EMZ. Sorry.
Yeah. He earned that A. You're right about that, Diamond. Galaxy goes C tier. We go C tier, I think.
See, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd only sorry to cut you off, but I'd only like glanced a few times throughout the stream, and I think he was going up against Reddish, correct?
Mm, on his second game, yes. The first game he played up against me.
Yeah, because I think when I saw
And
that
his
game, it looked like it was from when I was watching a little bit. It looked like it was relatively even match.
for what, the Reddish game?
Yeah,
Yeah. About. Yeah, that's fine. We go with that. So C tier. I think C tier is being a little generous. We go with C tier.
yeah. Benefit of the doubt. All right, good old Gibner. Oops, I'm open.
Dude, Gibnerb had some good games, bro. Gibnerb has really stepped up to the plate in that support role. I've been seeing a lot of tank from Gibnerb, so we stick with the S by the name for what he does, but I think at least B plus.
He was A last time, and now that was fully on you because I hadn't seen. I was not familiar with his gameplay. I fully
Right.
agree. As a support, at least B plus.
Yeah,
But
maybe A.
I'm trying to remember now. I'm trying to think of the tournament. He played Ares. I remember that gameplay. He played
Mm-hmm.
really well with Ares. I'm trying to remember who was he in the other two matches for the finals.
He had a couple Ares games, so I think he had a Athena game as well, and he was hitting some good taunts. I mean, some of them were like kind of random, but like it was
Oh,
hitting.
the Athena. No, okay, yeah, the Athena gameplay. I didn't like it. I didn't think Athena was good. I think I'll give him B plus because of that.
Okay,
And a part of
all
that,
right.
part of that goes into knowing the Guardians, knowing that Athena's just kind of suck.
Yeah, Athena
And
does kind of
that's
suck.
part of the game is knowing the gods and knowing who's good, where, and when. Give him B plus for the support.
Yeah, I think okay. So MZ and Amar are making some good points. I don't know if he did bad. I mean, he did okay.
Yeah, no, and I don't think B plus.
Yeah, B plus pretty okay. All right. We stick there. We stick there.
Now, actually, now that I think about this, I feel like we need to create a B minus in here and move these two down to B minus because I feel like there's a bigger gap. There's definitely a bigger gap between B and B plus.
Okay. If
Do
you
you
feel that
agree with
way, that's.
that?
I think Charcoal is pretty close to what Gibner was pulling off. I gotta be honest. I don't know about Bulletproof, but I think Charcoal is
Okay,
pretty close.
if you say that, and I think at least actually I meant to do that for the solo lane because that's all I've seen him. I should.
Yeah. MZ says good things from their first game that Gibner had a. I refuse. Dude, you didn't watch the first game, but he also makes a good point. Dami said earlier that he keeps up with the lower tier people, but can't handle anyone on A tier. And I don't know.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that statement.
Right. I don't know how I feel about that one. I think he did all right. He did
Because like
good. He had a good Ares game.
and I'm trying to think of like in one of the community games where I faced him, and he was support. I forget where I was. Now, granted, our team was kind of getting slaughtered, but I don't know, the pressure I was feeling from him. It was more pressure than I've ever felt from anyone in here. That's kind of where I fit into here, or the way I feel about it.
Okay, so we're comfortable with who he is.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Jupe. We gotta see you. We gotta see you more in games. You're holding this high A+ spot, but it's been a while. We haven't seen you play in a while. For all we know, you could be down here now.
Yeah, really, the only thing I can judge from anything I've seen involving Jupiter's name is the fact that I have Jupe on the friends list and seeing their rank stats right now. I mean, they're winning games. Jupe is winning games for sure. So that's the only thing. That's really all I can judge. So we keep Jupe where they're at.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like we can't move him because we really haven't seen him since the last tournament.
Yeah.
So we got a question: does rank even count for the tier list? No. What your rank is in Smite, we don't care about that because our experience ranked doesn't mean anything because we have people that are really high ranked. Like in tournaments when they sign up and they say they're a high ranked, but they're actually not that good because they either got carried or it's a fluke or whatever. And then you have people that don't really play ranked but are still really good. So
yeah.
MMR for me is a very bad indicator of someone's skill. So this is why we actually analyze the gameplay and pay attention to how people actually perform against each other and in different scenarios. And we base the list off that.
Right. I just meant that we have seen nothing since the last tier list. Like, if there was one thing I could go off of, it would be that. But I'm not saying we should. I just had to throw it out there. Like, oh, that's the only thing I've seen Jupiter's name involved in was like, oh yeah, you're doing good in your rank games. Good job, buddy. Yeah, we haven't seen nothing. So everybody, yeah, we're on agreement there. That ranked is not our deciding factor in these tier lists.
We usually don't even talk about actual rank.
Yep.
All right, now Jules. Jules is relatively new. Seen them handful of times. I definitely say they're good. They know how to play the game for sure. They're not bad by any means. They can handle themselves. Have I been super impressed? Diamond says A+ or A. Anything lower is bull. That's interesting. I mean, it could be just because I haven't seen Jules a ton, but when the games I played with the best I've seen is an A. I've seen some B+ play where they were kind of non-existent. They were just there in the game. They weren't throwing. They had a decent stat line. Weren't necessarily doing anything crazy. I will give benefit of the doubt and go A. Mort, do you have any comments on it?
I fully agree with what Diamond's saying.
Do you think A+ S?
Absolutely, A+ at least. I think
Okay.
Jules is on the same level as Clono.
Okay.
I say
Okay, and like I said, it could
rough.
just be that it could have just been the few games that I played. It was just a fluke. I've also only seen them play mid.
Oh, I've seen a little bit of different things.
Okay.
I've seen some good hunter games. I've seen some good mage games. I think A+ is solid. Just for the simple fact that Jules hasn't been as involved as Clono and others in community game nights that we don't want to put S just yet. But I think Jules is gunning for that spot over anybody else right now.
Okay, I can respect it. Like I said, I feel like I'm a little blind in that situation. Jupe finally joins the chat.
What's up, Jupe?
Jupe, we need to see you back in it. Otherwise, you're gonna be fading from this list.
Being your Twitch hasn't been updated with the list. It still shows on my screen that Jupiter and Jules are not on the list yet.
Really? Does anyone on Twitch? Does anyone else have the issue? Because my preview.
Oh, I just refreshed and it looks good. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Refresh.
Kira's also been a hot topic. This one, a lot of people were upset when they found out they were either below or at the same level with Kira. He's been playing very good lately. He had one community game, but it was a fluke. He was not in the right state of mind, if you catch my drift. So I mean, I'm gonna ignore that one. I've also played a handful of ranked games with him. He's not the same Kira that we used to know.
Let's say this. Earlier you mentioned how okay, there's a huge gap between blah 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 blah. Maybe we do B minus. I think if anybody's a B minus player, it'd be Kira.
I respect that. What color do we want to make? B minus.
Let's make it black.
Black.
Oh, for B. B is black. Yeah, I mean that's a step above where Kira once was. So I think it's an improvement. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
by any means.
And I know Kira right now he's gunning for these higher positions.
Yep.
But
just keep doing what you're doing, Kira. Keep improving. Keep getting better at hitting your autos. Keep getting better at hitting abilities. Keep better at positioning. I mean, it's like all the things that you need to be good at when you're playing squishy roles like Kira does. You're improving on those things, so just keep improving. You're not perfect, but you're getting better. And I think we'll see you on the B or B plus maybe next time.
Mm-hmm. You're definitely getting there. Now, Clono, I'd say no change there.
That's true. Yeah.
Still right there.
Yeah, all in agreement right there. When it comes to Kuma, that's all you, buddy. I don't know nothing.
Yeah, so Kuma, I think I've only seen play once or twice in the solo lane. They were pretty solid. Arguably B plus, but I'm gonna be conservative and give them a B.
All right, that's fine.
Money Man Mort.
I'm all ears, buddy. my ears are open. The floor is yours.
Let's see. Last time we had you at B plus. I mean, you definitely didn't go down for sure. That there's no argument about you didn't get any worse for sure. How did you get better? I think for now there's a case to be made about maybe an A minus, but I don't know if I'd put you above Gib. It would be close.
Yeah, put me with Gib. I'm more than fine with being with Gib. I'm more than fine with that. Keep me at B plus. I think that's where I belong. I think I've got a nice, comfortable spot in the B plus tier. And I think I'm gonna remain cozy there for a little while. And that's fine. I'm not mad about it. I'm not embarrassed. I think I'm just fine right there.
All right, yeah. Now Ninja, I feel like Ninja's she started off originally in that F tier position. She climbed very quickly up to that C plus. I think she's still there. Like if I base her off Kira, I think I would take Kira over her. Or it would be close. Thoughts?
I'm sorry, I was reading the chat. I didn't focus 100% on that one.
Ooh, B plus seems excessive.
In the comments, bro.
So here's the thing. No, here's where I want to give you some props. Where it's like, part of me thought about it, like, because I was looking at it with Gib. I was like, ooh, maybe you're less than Gib. But we just played like 9 ranked games, and we were slaughtering. And you performed very well with when you played Medusa. So it shows me a little more of a versatility in your roles, and I like to see that. No. I didn't say his ranked. I said we played games together, and they were ranked games. I'm not saying he's getting it because of his rank. We were playing games together, so I was watching him play, and because of that, you played very well. And we won like 6 games in a row or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta let me focus up here. I mean, a lot of people don't get to see like the serious, like more goes into like making plays. A lot of y'all don't see that often. dude. And when I focus up, I'll get in there and I'll do some good things.
If you were to move down to B, because I could see arguing you with Charcoal being with you. I could see that now, but I think Bulletproof has to move down to B minus then. I could be persuaded to put you with Charcoal and Kuma if Bulletproof moves down.
If that's what you want to do.
It's hard to say because if I knew Expectations gameplay a little bit better, or I don't know at all, if I had any perspective on it, it would clear this situation up for me.
Clono's saying that if I move down, you got to move down too.
Oh, what? So then it looks like
there's a lot of look. I want to flex our power here a little bit. We don't have to listen to these peasants, bro.
Couldn't have said it better. Couldn't have said it better myself. Oh shoot! Also, hold on. Get this garbage out of here. All right, back to Ninja. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about. Yeah, C plus. No change there, basically.
Ninja C plus.
That's where she ended off. That's because she started low, but then she climbed up. Hey, Logan in the chat, he would take me over Diamond. Let's go, Logan. Let's go. My boy right there.
That's funny.
Yeah, so agreement Ninja, no argument with Ninja?
I don't know. I haven't seen any Ninja.
What do you say?
I haven't seen Ninja. I haven't seen Ninja play in years, it feels like.
She played in one or two community games. One of the I think she played when you weren't there, maybe. And I will say fair. She's obviously very active in the community. She doesn't necessarily play as much, and she's been around. Like she's like, oh, just like hit me up if you need a sub. So she's there, she's present. And after the tier list, she did a handful of duels. People were challenging her for duels, and she was coming out on top.
Okay, all right, whatever. I'm fine with it, I guess.
Omens, good old Omens. We had him at B.
Man. Nah, we bumped down. I've seen a lot of just like silly plays, a lot of silly things from Omens recently. Yeah, I think he's earned a bump down.
That was kind of my thoughts as well.
Sorry, buddy, it's not for everybody. Okay, so we're looking at Papa Logan next up. Yeah, I think that is pretty fair. We say D tier.
Yeah.
You're above Brand. You're above Brand. You're not the lowest. Take it or leave it, Logan.
You got 150 hours into the game. Honestly, D tier for 150 hours is very respectable. Pyro. Haven't seen him since the last list, so I'm just not gonna move him. Leave him in B.
Keep that there.
And as I'm like looking more at this, I feel like I want to move Bulletproof and Pyro down, because from the gameplay I saw from Kuma, I feel like I'm just gonna leave it. Not gonna. It's fine. I can trust my gut.
All right.
Red Noon started at C tier. I definitely think that's right off the bat. When I first saw him, I thought, oh, that's completely wrong. Then I watched a little bit more, and then I was like, maybe it's not as wrong as I thought. And then I watched him some more. I was like, wait, maybe he's pretty good. And the conclusion I've come to is he has a small god pool, but in that god pool, he's solid. So I definitely think he deserves to move up, probably to a C plus.
Not Ninja's level. I think Red is definitely on Ninja's level. Let's put that there. That's respectable. I'm with that.
And I think maybe with his comfort picks, I think he's a little better, but I think his god pool is very small. Like, because in the tournament when he played Horus, he played very, very well. Like, definitely was like B tier gameplay. But then I think it was the second game. Was that when he was Atlas, or was that the third game when he was Atlas?
I don't know. To Kono and Diamond in the comments, y'all play with Red a lot more than me and Bean do. I think y'all can have y'all's opinion, but we need to see more.
Kono and Diamond both say B minus.
I want to see more. I haven't seen enough.
Jupe wants to do a duel. Oof. Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's funny because Jupiter has nothing to gain from winning a duel, but you have a lot to lose.
Which is weird because I'm below her. I should have nothing to lose.
That's oh, I guess
I
that's
was like,
fair.
I
Jupiter,
should I
the
should
other
have
way around.
nothing
I'm
to
sorry. I'm
lose.
sorry.
She should
I
have
said it
everything to
wrong.
lose.
Jupiter has everything to lose, but you have nothing to lose being lower in the tier list. That's fair. Okay. I said it wrong. That's my
Yeah,
bad.
yeah. I was gonna say. All right, reddish unicorn. We left him off in C tier. I think that's accurate because I think like we said it from like a little bit of saw when he was facing Galaxy C tier. I thought their gameplay was. I thought they had a pretty similar.
On point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Leave it there.
We'll leave him there.
I can agree with that one. Okay, Sir Steve. Where do we have him last time? Was it C or C plus?
We had him at C plus with Ninja and Kira.
I think I'd take Steve over Ninja, but I think I'd take Kira over Steve. So I feel like maybe we leave Steve in C plus.
Okay, I feel like you played with Steve. I guess I played with him. I think I played a ranked game not too long. He played solid. Yeah, I'll respect the C.
It's hard to put a specific right there, but definitely C plus not bad. What? Reddit? Don't get all opinionated on me, bro.
Steve is C plus. I don't know if Diamond's yelling that in sarcasm or if he's stating like he is C plus.
I think the second thing you said is what Diamond is meaning.
He's stating it, like confirming.
Yeah.
Taco. Good old Taco. No change there. He's still cracked as usual.
Okay. But look at tributes, and I want to say, look, I think the only thing I don't like about tributes is the builds. The builds are just like, they just make me so mad, dude. Like, I see what that man's building. I'm like, bro, you need to look at a build or something. But like, when it comes to like skill level, like mechanics, tributes is pretty nice, pretty good.
Yeah. Yep. I would agree. I feel like positioning, landing his autos, and landing his abilities. I feel like he did pretty well. The builds were kind of ugly. Like from watching the tournament, I would agree with that. But now the one thing with the in terms of the gameplay, when he was Danza, his alts made no sense. He chucked those whenever he felt like it.
That is true.
And it was not useful alts at all. I would put him in B minus. I feel like Kira and Omens, that's where he belongs.
Okay. All right. You're right. I agree with you.
You think it lower or higher?
I was thinking B, if anything, but I started to think about it like I think Charcoal was definitely above Trib.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I fully agree with that.
It's hard to say.
Yeah, no, I think this right here between B and B minus is these guys are solid and they more or less know what they're doing. These guys have some whack moments that are like, what the heck is going on? What is that? But then they're decent. I think that's the difference is these people don't really have their whack moments. They might have a bad day, but they don't have a what the heck was that? Why are you doing that? Like Charcoal in the chat, he goes, I embody what it means to be a B. And that is honestly so true.
Yeah. I agree with that one.
Oh, Tributes got scammed.
Who got scammed? What happened?
I don't know. Someone in the chat says Tribute got scammed.
Dude, and that's the thing. I feel like Trib has like he's had better games in the past than what I've seen, and we've seen tributes in the community game nights as well. Trib has had some more than good moments. Like I don't know, it's hard. Like last night specifically is like, oh yeah, it wasn't super great for Trib, but like overall, that's why I want to give tributes a better rank than what he is. But I think just based off of last night, we can say B minus is fine.
Yeah.
But
Joker
saying some good things being on the team. I don't know. Okay, we'll leave it be. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I thought you. The Trib and the tourney banked off of Mage and support. No ways gameplay in any way able to stand up. Yep, and that's kind of what I'm saying. I feel like he falls in the B range, but because of some of the whack things that happened, he earns himself in the B minus.
I see it likely that he earns a spot up before next tier list. He's just got to play some more and show us something nice.
Yeah. There's definitely this isn't a hard hard spot for sure. There's definitely room to grow.
Yeah,
Joker, I think he's still in the A plus range, but from what I've seen, in previous time we had him there just for Hunter. I think we can take off for just Hunter. I've seen him play jungle and mage, and both times he's performed very well in those positions.
I agree.
Seems to be all the J's are ending up in A plus.
That is true. Something about the letter J. Maybe I'll change my name. The Jordan man.
Jogged bean. Jogged bean.
It's logged. Let's go.
Oh, bro, our boy
Oh,
Tilted.
yeah, this is my boy right there.
We had him in B. The thing is, it's like you and Gib are better than him. For sure. But because this man wins every tournament,
Yeah,
I want to put him in the B plus because of that. Like, I don't know what it is, but this man knows how to win. Like, I would say, like, in pretty much all aspects, you and Gib, you're a little more mechanical than them. You guys got better knowledge of the game, but somehow he wins. And I feel like that's a factor that we gotta take into account. Like, if you can get the job done, no matter how ugly it is, like, you can't argue with the results.
Diamond's making good points. Listen to what Diamond's saying. He's listening to every call. He's paying attention. That's a huge thing. A lot of people have this instinct to like, oh, and the fight starts. Like the initiation just happens. The fight's going through, and they just tune out all voices on their team, and they're not listening to call outs. They're not like paying attention to everything that's going on. Tilted is not that way. Even from like the few Joust games I played with him, like Tilted listens. He has his ears open as well as his eyes. Like he's paying attention with multiple senses, and that's kind of hard for everybody to do. He is definitely up. I don't know. I kind of like B plus. I kind of like B plus from my boy.
He earned it. He's earned it. He's won another tournament. He earned it.
Yeah.
But obviously, we are giving him the big old S for support position.
That's fine. I like it.
Sorry, I forgot to give you that as well.
No, come on. I thought I was gonna sit by. No.
No.
Good. I think I'm produce a game.
You did.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I feel like I brought that up last time, but yeah, I mean, I definitely think if he were able to, I don't know, we'll move on. Yeah, I mean, we said what we need to say about him. He's earned the B plus for how much he wins.
Yep.
To Uncle Clap Daddy. Didn't see too much of him. He peeked in a little bit, hit up some duels, I think, and maybe one community game or something like that. Played a little bit. I think we still give him B plus. No, we don't see too much from him. We might have to take him off next time.
Let's check the notes. We tend to have we have a notes page for anybody's curious. We have a separate text channel for all of us mods. We have a notes page, and this is where we check out. We make notes as the weeks go by, because obviously we did a tier list last month. Time's gonna fly by. We're gonna forget a couple things, and that's fine. It's life. I don't see Uncle Clap on the notes anywhere. I'm assuming because I said move I'm fat up, that maybe Uncle Clap had a bad duel. You said they were dueling.
Uncle Clap won the duel.
Oh, you know why I said move?
Yamfat wasn't on the list at the time.
Well, we'll get there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave him in his B plus position.
All right, that's fine. Wait, Uncle Clap would be. Oh, okay. All right. We haven't seen him.
Undead.
Let's say this.
Okay,
on the topic here, before we move on, I'm sorry, but if we keep seeing, the thing is, we can have members of the Bean community. We haven't seen them in a month. We haven't seen them in however long. But if we keep seeing the same name and we're just like, yeah, I haven't seen him. Eventually, we got to do something about it. We got to take him off or move him down or something. Give a little initiative to either get him back in here, or we're just gonna leave people that are.
Well, that's what I was just saying. I was like, if we don't see him by the time we do next list, I think he gets taken off the list. All right, and then just because we barely saw him, we'll move him down to B. And then in that case, we barely saw Pyro. Knock him down. Happy with that?
Okay, I'm not mad about it. That's fine.
Undead. Undead is really harping that he won a duel against Kira.
That's fine.
This is true. Now, I watched that duel. The game was let me finish what I say. It was favored in Undead's favor in the sense that it was a mage versus a mage. And when I gave Undead whatever position I gave it to him, I think you wanted him lower, and I said no, let's put him higher because he's got a decent mage gameplay. So
he's got a nice hair. He's got a nice hair. I've seen some good things. I haven't seen only bad things from Undead. I've seen some good things.
he's definitely not here, but we'll give him a B minus for the mage gameplay because of that. Agreed?
Yeah, we put the end there, and B minus is belonging. I definitely see him above Sir Steve and Red Noon in comfort picks.
Yeah. Last time we had him in C plus. But yeah, I would put him above Red Noon and Sir Steve.
I think Diamond C plus is good for like the non-comfort roles, but obviously people do better. Most people do better in a role that they're comfortable in. And I think the Undead's shown that in the past. Maybe not in the past month, but I also haven't played a whole lot with Undead in the past month.
It is hard to judge because I haven't seen him much lately. So giving a little bit of benefit of the doubt because he did beat Kira. Got to hold some weight.
Let's see when some more games, Undead. I think you got some stuff to prove to some of these people. We're trying to vouch for you here, and I think that some people are doubting you. I want to see you out more, and I want to see some good things.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got it, anybody.
Vexation. Last time we gave him a B. I think he goes down to C plus. I'm not gonna lie. That might be tough to hear, but I think Kira and Omens, Tributes and Pyro and Undead probably take him.
I don't know. Dude, after what I saw last night, I think I'd take Steve or Red over Vex. If I'm being completely straight.
Okay.
But another thing is like, let's get this out of the way. The elephant in the room that Vex has had this negative attitude. When things don't go your way, I mean, you can't just ignore that tilt is a matter of how you play. You can't ignore the fact that, like, if you're not feeling that game, if you give up a kill or two and you just get mad over it, it's going to affect your gameplay. And that alone moves him from that B tier that people are fighting over down to C tier, maybe C plus.
So basically what you're getting at is the same reason why we gave Titled B plus. This is why he gets knocked down.
What?
Oh, side note, I'm so glad Lolo Dean just got in this chat because I totally forgot about him. He played a handful of community games. I do remember seeing him out there.
You're right.
I'm glad he hopped in this chat because I knew we were forgetting some people. Yeah, so anyways, what we were saying, yeah, back to Vex. Yeah, I think they were saying combination of haven't been performing the greatest and bad attitude, kind of hurting team morale, bring him down to C plus.
Yeah. I think that's where it is. I think
and like we've always said when it comes to tier lists, if you don't like your position, I mean, I'm sorry, but please prove us wrong. If you're low and you don't think that's right, prove us wrong. We want you to prove us wrong. We want to see everyone get better. And if you're higher in the list, keep proving us right.
Okay, yeah, I'm fat. Dude, I saw a very nice set of games from one community game night with Yeah, I'm Fat. I mean, this guy was on my TikTok, on my YouTube, talking about how he just ruled one game. And, dude, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot. I haven't seen a whole lot. But enough to where he definitely stays where he's in B tier, I'm assuming, right?
We didn't have him last time, but in our notes we said B. Because when we first made it, he wasn't playing at all. But then when we came out the list, he's like, yo, get me on this list. He came in, I remember we talking about, he came in pretty hot. And I remember him playing pretty well. And then he challenged Uncle Clap to a duel. He's like, I'm better than you. And then I think he kind of got wrecked by him. But I mean, that's a duel. Duels are hard. They don't hold that much weight because duel's a whole different. It's a whole different type of game. It's like, it can definitely be something, but I don't know. If you can be good at duels and be bad at conquest.
Right, right, and vice versa. You could be bad. I mean, I'm a support main. You think I'm gonna go in and get duel and take over? I mean, there's no way. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hold my weight. I'm gonna do all right because I know kill potential, but I'm not gonna be able to push
Mm.
wave and this and that because my god pool is big beef boys that don't eliminate people like that. That being said, I think yeah, I'm fat. Based off of what we've seen, it's not a crazy amount, but I think it's solid B tier.
Yep, I would agree with that. I think from what I've seen, he's earned himself a B. Now, Lolo Dean. Trying to remember. I remember the gameplays. I remember playing Anubis. Trying to remember the other games. I played some Hoi with him. I feel like he holds his own. I haven't seen a ton of games. I'm leaning in the B area as well. Because like I said, because I don't see him in the B minus where a lot of these people have their moments where it's like, what the heck are you doing? Like, why? What is that build? Like, what you know what I'm saying? From the games I played, I haven't seen any moment like that. So I think he's earned himself a B.
I think yeah, definitely B tier. I think the only huge thing. Did you mean to end that?
I pressed the wrong. I held shift on accident when I.
Dude, I like Lolo Dean. I think the only complaint that I have is the fact. So he's a console player, right? He's a controller user. And when you play Anubis, a lot of these melee people can really run circles around you and outbox you when you're a low sensitivity controller user. And I've seen some Anubis ults where he's getting chased around. He's not keeping the ult on target. And the Anubis ult does damage every 0.1 or 0.2 of a second, right? So you have to be hitting that beam the entire time that is up to be getting the full duration. There is no like, oh, I missed it for a split second, but it's not on that tick of like half a second or whatever. Like you have to be connecting the entire Anubis ult. And he's sometimes getting boxed around a little bit because of that low sensitivity and he's on a controller. So I think maybe in other gods, if he found another god where he's comfortable with, he'd be doing pretty good. He's B tier. He's definitely B tier. I just think that maybe he could pick up a few things, watch a couple of YouTube videos, and he would definitely, in my opinion, step up to B plus. If he really gave a shit to like, man, I can get good at this. Like this is my game. He could definitely be B plus.
All right.
Right.
It looks like the list on it we got a handful more names on here. It filled up a little bit more. But
Yeah,
I think the biggest thing to highlight is our A plus tier grew. We got a couple players. I mean, Amateratsu player, I think he had the biggest jump from B all the way up to A plus.
Mm-hmm.
To answer the question in the chat, Wednesday night is the next community game night. The next tournament will be end of March. Now, I'm thinking about possibly running a conquest in between there, just because some people have been asking about it. But no conquest tournament is official yet.
Let's just say definitely if you guys want to see something, let us know in general or wherever. Like let me or Bean know. That way we know what the community is interested in. Some people are into conquest, some people are into joust, but I mean it's kind of hard for us to say like, yeah, we want to run a conquest tournament. We barely got 12 people for the joust. I mean we got a little bit more.
We got 4 teams, basically.
Yeah, well, we had subs too, but we had 12 people show interest for a joust tournament. Right. So if we can get 12 for a joust, how are we going 20 is kind of a stretch for a conquest. And that's just 4 teams. I don't know. We're happy with trying it out, but there has been a time recently where we tried to get, a conquest tournament going and we didn't have the numbers for it.
I mean, that's why we originally stopped doing conquest tournaments, is because we had like 2 teams. So it's like that's not a tournament, that's just another community game night. So it's like, well, let's go to joust because one, our joust tournaments in the past have had decent numbers. I mean, yeah. If people want conquest, I mean, we're more than happy to do a conquest.
Okay, so Uller, that's Amma. I'm assuming makes a good point that Joust is less popular than conquest. I mean, we're not getting the numbers to show that. I think it might be it's a Smite in general. Yes, that is true, but we got to think about our community. Who's in the server and showing that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I'd see someone say community games should run on Fridays too, Now, we literally just tried to essentially do that this past Friday, and I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. I've heard some people saying they liked it, some people that were very angry about it, more or less, and were very not happy. So I mean, we'll give a Friday game night another run. We'll probably change things up, move things around. We got some stuff. We got some stuff in the workshops, but we'll see.
And we'll definitely keep we'll communicate it within the Discord. For anybody who's in the stream right now and not active in our Discord channel, that's where this list comes from. Be sure to go into the description under About Clog Bean. We do have a Discord link right there for you where you can get involved in this community, and you might find a spot on that tier list for you.
And the tournaments we're running right now do also have cash prizes. So
yeah,
pick yourself up a couple bucks.
Get yourself something nice.
Classic Diamond. Diamond's always blaming admin. I think it was just mishandled. So here's the thing. We talked. Me and Mort talked about this. I mean, I tried. Obviously, it wasn't. It fell apart in my opinion because the people that we had planned for didn't show up, and that really hurt the teams. And you're saying horrible timeline choice, common trend for this server. I mean, I put out a vote for everyone to vote on the most ideal time for them. So I don't know how you could say it was a bad timeline. I did the most popular time that worked for everyone else. I knew I wasn't going to be there, but I wanted to see. It was also, I mean, when I had said it originally that Friday was a test run. I wanted to see if it would work if I wasn't able to actually be there. Obviously, it didn't work.
Timeline means.
What?
I wonder what timeline means. Timeline choice.
It went from okay. Well, I say bit. I think that's EMZY. You're in like UK, so I can't help you there. I don't know what to tell you. Timeline like plans after setting the idea up. I'm still not following timeline plans after setting the idea up.
Dude.
Bulletproof, welcome. What's going on? Does that make sense to you more? Timelines like plans after setting the idea up?
I mean, he's got to mean something else. He's just not using the right words. There's got to be like a difference between what he's putting in those couple words and like what he actually means. Like it's just not gonna be. It's not being communicated. I don't know what it is, but I'm not reading it.
Time is trying to hound us for like bad communication. He can't even communicate his idea.
I mean, we got to have a translator here or something. I mean, I don't know what it is.
But on that note, I'm gonna stop the recording.
Right.